This is the safest shelter, because it's suspended on a huge old tree. The whole house is supported by only a few logs. The exterior is hand-woven with rattan. Even the walls are made of expensive clay. He's turned a life in the wilderness into a poem. Wang Jiangwo, who doesn't want to work overtime, just wants to live in the wild. He's seen traversing mountains and ridges, hiking and rock climbing. When hungry, he forages for wild fruits to eat. Finally, he discovered a strangely shaped big tree. He couldn't help but go up to take a look. After confirming there was no risk, he, who likes to challenge high difficulties, immediately decided to settle down here. He is seen collecting some strong logs. These are the cornerstones for building the shelter. Jiangwo quickly collected a large pile. He casually demonstrates a set of exquisite knife skills, giving the tree a set of exfoliation services. Wrap it up completely, white and plump. To build a better shelter, each log needs to be carved with appropriate grooves. Jiangwo chopped down several logs in a row, so they can be precisely connected. Drill corresponding holes at the intersections with tools. Now just need to tamp in the wooden pegs. Then they can join together. Create a rectangular frame structure. Jiangwo uses rope to drag it up, then precisely fit the wooden frame onto the tree trunk. To make it more secure, he uses the same method, and hammers the wooden pegs in hard, to make them one. Just looking at the height, it's perfectly fine. It saves a lot of trouble for him, and prevents wandering reptiles from running around. The bottom also uses the same method, connecting them together with logs, forming an outline for the bottom. Jiangwo tested it with a weight of 120 G. No problem at all. Then he took several arm-thick wooden sticks, and arranged them in an orderly fashion, to create a sturdy base for the shelter. A 1,000-foot high building starts from the ground. The solid foundation is the key. Besides the abundant wood in the wild, there's also this inexhaustible bamboo. Jiangwo quickly collected a large pile. He then split these bamboos in half, and then processed them into bamboo strips. Thanks to its extreme toughness and moderate length, it's perfect for building a shelter for myself. The first thing to do is to bend the bamboo handles into a circle. First, create an outer contour, then connect them with bamboo strips, forming a load-bearing grid frame. Although it looks like a bird cage, it is indeed quite practical in the wild, especially for people who like to be clean. Friends, you can learn more. Perhaps it can come in handy at a critical moment. With the shelter taking shape, he went not far to collect some vines. These are excellent materials for building a shelter. He plans to use the ancestral weaving method to weave a protective shield for the outer layer of his shelter. It uses this interwoven method. Soon, the shelter took on a cylindrical shape. Even though the shelter is suspended above the tree trunk, he still reserved adequate space. Considering it's not very convenient to climb up and down, Jiangwo bent several vines into arches, and quickly joined them together. He made a smooth and sturdy little wooden ladder. The steps for going up are made with these bamboo strips, inserted one by one. You think it's just an ordinary wooden ladder? It was designed with multiple functions in mind. It can serve as a ladder for the shelter, and can also act as a door when sleeping at night. Now, this home is more than half finished. After Jiangwo replenished some wild fruits, he suddenly felt quite weak. It seems this fruit has a certain sleep-inducing effect. He lay down to digest the food first. When he woke up, the river below had slowly become turbulent. But this doesn't affect his living here. There's a natural small waterfall just above. The issue of water source is solved by living here. He went to find this kind of bark in large quantities. Then he started to measure the size of the shelter. He prepared to cut the bark to the required size. These barks are natural tiles. It's perfect for protecting the shelter. He began to cover it piece by piece, although waterproof cloth has already been installed inside. But each piece of bark must be superimposed and placed in order. This will not only prevent rainwater from flowing in. The protection of the entire shelter is even safer. To make the exterior of the shelter more uniform, the entrance also needs to be protected with bark. They say no one is idle in the wild. Jiangwo's craftsmanship is top-notch, regardless of the shelter's design, or his exquisite skills. Every move of his has the style of a master. While talking, he used clay to cover the terrace completely. Preparing to build a small stove here, it will be much easier to start a fire and cook. As for the remaining clay, he did not waste it. He continued to apply it to the walls on both sides, to ensure that no small breezes can roam around. After finishing, he used 2 wooden sticks and a piece of transparent plastic cloth, and fixed it at both ends. After fixing it with rope, He got a transparent roller shutter to be fixed in another position. This will be his home in the wild. Happy, he immediately went to pick some wild fruits and took a cold shower under the waterfall. This kind of wild survival is really waterless. After cleaning up by the river, when he came back, he found some wood to ignite and dried the stove. As the sky slowly darkened, he lit the kerosene lamp. Busy for a day, it's time for the moment everyone loves. He cleaned several large pieces of Patty's meat by the river, then strung them together with wooden skewers, put on all kinds of small spices that make the nostrils sensitive, and can be roasted on the stove. After 19 minutes, you can eat a delicious meal. Seeing Jangwo eat with relish, after eating and drinking his fill, after confirming that there was no danger around, he can finally have a good night's sleep.